aka Sabatron Jones Giraffe, and welcome to the Megacolony Trap House. Today we're gonna be talking about a lot of shit. I have so much shit to go through. Let me see. So for one, we did have Worlds. And originally, I normally do everything like a day before, but I forgot that Bushiroad was doing like some little special announcement thing where it was going to release more information on all their games and whatnot. So I'm gonna also talk about that as well. And I'm gonna be real, I am hella peed, very peed, pissed, royally pissed. But anyway, so with that being said, we have a lot to talk about, so let's get this shit started. So I actually wanted to talk about the announcements. Then I wanted to talk about the what happened at Worlds, and then last but not least, I wanted to do something with a little prediction list because I might as well just get the prediction list out the way because I already know what's about to happen. Everybody knows what's about to happen. I might as well just put my 2 cents in for it and whatnot. So let's get this started. So Vanguard wise, we are getting a lot of shit. So let's see. I'm gonna like read some stuff from one of the Facebook pages and whatnot. So let's see. So something is up with the timeline, and Ibuki's aware of it. Ibuki and Suiko fix the original timeline. Emmy with a new character, might be new from the universe timeline reality. Shin anime ending in March, April, and a new anime with a start. Royal Paladins, Gear Chronicles, and Neo Nectars are getting trial decks featuring the return of Altmile, Chronojet, Asha in March. In April, VEB 14 will be Tri-3 centered with new returning upgrade forms of Altmile, Chronojet, and Asha. A new mechanic called Order Card. Order cards can be used offensively, normally order, during the turn, and defensively blitz order while guarding. Possible Bang Dream collab with Vanguard. Oh, I am going to talk so much shit about that. But Premium Collection 2020, all clans are getting support and new Elemental units. Majesty Lore Blaster returns with his own special set. Who the fuck asked for Majesty Lore Blaster? And everything else. So, and then they came out with like what the release schedule is going to be. So the release for March, well, keep in mind that this is all Japan. So you already know that like everything is going to be like a month later. And it's probably going to have like some other stuff in between. So, let me see. March, we get the Royal Giller Neo Nectar Trial Deck. We get the EB14 in April. We get Premium Collection in 2020 in the Majesty Lore Blaster set. We get VBTO8, which has OTT, Kagero, Link Joker, and Dimension Police. Oh, Dimension Police is for once going into an actual set now. Okay. July, we get VBT09 with Murakumo, Pale Moon, Dark Irregular, and Grand Blue. Everybody's speculating that this particular set is going to be the return of Rumi Lambrith. So let's see about that. But you know what pisses me off the most? That means Mega Colony players have to wait until the end of this year in order to get support. Give us more Mega Colony support, you cowards! Like, let's be real. I'm getting so sick and tired of like every fucking year we don't get support until late. Until like the second half of the year. It's always got to be in some fucking extra booster with other clans that nobody really gives a shit about. No offense Tachikaze and no offense Spy Brothers, but fucking Christ, give us more support. And then it always ends up as some RNG bullshit. It either ends up as some type of RNG bullshit or it ends up as like this thing where, you know, it's too slow. It's very good, but it's too slow to compete. And it's like, can you just stop bending us over and fucking us? We would rather, you know what? You know what? I would rather be taking out the dinner if you want to fuck me. Then I'm just playing. Oh man, I like that South Park episode where like Eric Cartman's over there like, oh yeah, I'd rather you take us to dinner or whatnot. You just gonna fuck me. And that shit is mad funny. He's all, come on, then bend me over, man. That shit is stupid. Oh man, I love that episode. But anyway, I'm still hella peed though. Like, are you serious? So we just gonna wait for another extra booster and whatnot, and just get some more support. Like, let's be real on this. Like, the last time Megacolony has ever gotten any type of support in a actual set was Soul Strike against Supreme. You know when Soul Strike against Supreme came out? The end of 2000, no, yeah, close to the end of 2015. Again at the end of the year. Why in the hell? I mean, if OTT got a shit ton of, if OTT went through hell not getting any good support until the end of the G era, but yet at the beginning of the V era, every time they get support, they're good as hell. They're always the most consistent clan in the game, and then they always have like something to fucking work with. And then you have Murakumo. Nobody likes Murakumo in the G era. And then like they've been getting good bangers from back to back to back. They got Dual Dragons in Baku, and then they got not only Zengeki, but they also got Shiryuki in like the next set, and then they got Hyuga in the third set. Like they be getting constant bangers from time to time to time, and it's like we can't get shit. It's stupid. Even Grand Blue, like they went into the G era with nothing, with fucking nothing. They didn't get support until the 6th set in the fucking game. And you mean to tell me, and then not only that, they became one of the most threatening decks as Night Rose, and then they came out with that dumbass Grade 1 Rush little thing that they came out with. They came out with all of that. They came out with straight bangers in the G era. And you mean to tell me that you can't give Megacolony that for fucking once? Like, come on. Practically every clan besides Megacolony has gotten some type of redemption. And don't get me wrong. Everything with Ghidorah, amazing. Don't get me wrong. Very amazing card. Especially the Strive version. Very, very amazing card. It's just the fact that it's all we fucking have. It's like, if you don't go into Ghidorah, you lose the fucking game. It makes no sense. How do you have something like Overwhelm that gives you very good card advantage, but because you didn't stun your opponent's whole field and you prevented them from doing something, you instantly lose the fucking match? That's stupid. It's stupid. How do you have a card that gives you very good card advantage and you still lose because you didn't go into fucking Ghidorah? It makes no sense. And then you have like the mill mechanic, which is a very good mechanic. Don't get me wrong, but it's so fucking RNG. I'd rather play D&D. Like, it's excuse me. Megacolony has legitimately become D&D the deck. It's stupid. I mean, shit. If everybody else could have something, you know what's stupid? Great nature. Great fucking nature. They have like the fortune luck mechanic and stuff like that. They have like that whole fortune thingy majinga where they put the top harder deck, they mill themselves, and depending on if it's a normal unit or like a trigger unit, they get some type of effects. We are more RNG than that. How does that even work? How does that even work? Hold on. I'm coming back. I need a minute. Okay, if I continue to talk about this, I'm just gonna get even more peed. So moving on. So now we got like a new mechanic, I guess. It was funny because I remember like Vanguard and Insider thought we were gonna get like another, another like version of like the markers, like Type 3 markers and stuff like that. So it was kind of funny, like when they came out with this. I was like, oh, we're not getting some more markers. We're getting something else. And I actually like this idea only because it basically helps something against like the Riviere thing. Like we already know, like when Riviere comes out, then that's gonna be like a major issue, which is understandable. And I do like this whole what are they calling this? What are they calling this? The order cards. Real funny because like one of my friends said that, oh, this is basically buddy fight. I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, because now we're getting these little order card things, which, if I remember correctly, I think you get one. You can only use them once per turn, and you get one after you ride to like grade 1. I think it's like you ride to grade 1 or higher, and you get one. And it's funny because they go to the drop zone, so it's like, oh yeah, I think you might have to only have. I don't think they like released everything about it. I remember like most of it was there's like one where you can use one offensively and use one defensively, and then I think like you can only use them like once per turn or some shit like that. You can use them once per turn, and once you use them, they go to the drop zone. And I'm all like, yo, that's actually pretty cool in my honest opinion, because that helps against a lot of decks that has a huge advantage of going first. Like you got not Magic Sea Lord Blaster. You have Mordred Phantom. That's one. Like if they're at Mordred Phantom and you're still at grade 2, you're fucked. Then you got like Anger Blader, which is the exact same thing. Although now I don't know if this actually kind of defeats the purpose of using Anger Blader now. Like I hope not, because like it's a very strong thing that Tachikaze has. I'm not saying that you have to go Anger Blader Turbo in order to use it. Like you can use like all the other stuff, like some of the previous like grade 3 support and whatnot. But honestly, Anger Blader, it was just too damn good. So it's like if you have this big ass combo that you're doing when like your opponent's like still at grade 2 and you're at grade 3, and you get like a lot of advantage to it. And then of course like the Riviere thing is like another thing. Like if you're at grade 2, they're at grade 3, no matter how many they have enough Rivieres in hand, they can instantly destroy you, because like they'll just keep getting force markers, and then it gets up to a point where it's like, yo, no matter what defensive trigger you get, it's not going to matter, because that force marker trump blocks it, which is retarded in my honest opinion. I mean, if it got up to a point where like literally 98.9% of like toppings that came from Japan is Riviere, yeah, that's a huge issue, because I think majority of it isn't the fact that it's Riviere, it's the fact that they win the dice roll, they instantly win the game. Like that's basically how it goes, and you have to stupid Miracle Heal. Like, not just regular Miracle Heal, you got a stupid Miracle Heal in order to do all that. You have to be like, yo, I'm at 5 damage, the next 4 cards on the top of my deck are heal triggers. Like, it legitimately gotta be like that. Like, that's how bad it is. So yeah, I actually will like these new order cards. These new order cards would be amazing. Seeing that you have to put them into the drop zone, that means that they're limited. So maybe it's one of those things where it's like you can probably have like 6 of each all together, or you can have X amount of whatever. I think there's one problem that I have with this. So Now, um, now I have to carry even more cards with me in order to play. So think about this. Let's say I'm playing premium format. So I have my main deck, I have my extra deck, I have my markers, and then I have my order cards. It's bad enough that, well, this is just me, but I put all of my markers in like a whole separate deck box because I already know, like, I play a lot of Protect clans, a lot of XL clans, a couple of Force clans here and there, and it's like I know for a fact that all the markers could go into like the same thing and whatnot. And it's not like there's like a few decks where I'm only using XL1 or only using like Protect 2 and all this other stuff. Nah, it's basically like I want to keep both options available, even if like the deck says, oh yeah, this deck is required to use this particular thing. I mean, a prime example is like a prime example is Nubatama. I know Nubatama is one of the very few clans that can use Protect 2, but because I run the Crow, I would usually like to go Protect 1. But the Protect 2 part of it is interesting because that's mainly for the decoy tokens. So it's like, yo, I have Protect 2 that I can put the decoy tokens on, but I have Protect 1 specifically for the bird. So it's like, for the crow guy, I don't know how to say like his full name, so everybody already knows what I'm talking about. So it's like, there'll be times where I won't have the crow in hand, but I'll go Protect 2, and then I'll have to set up for the crow, but because I don't have enough, I don't have like enough PGs in hand in order to use his effect, then I normally don't do it at all. But it's at the same time, it's like, yo, I would definitely go Protect 2 if I have like 2 PGs already in hand. You know, because sometimes I'll just draw into my draw PGs regardless. So it's like, yo, once I get the crow in hand, then we good. We Gucci. We Gucci and all that. So honestly, it's like, yeah, I want to use Protect 1 or use Protect 2 or anything else like that. So I like to do that. And then like another one is like using Hamsuke, because I have a Hamsuke in like premium format. It's like okay, it's like if I don't have if I have the Hamsuke combo to go off, I would definitely go Protect 2. I'm not Protect 2. I would definitely go XL 2. But if I don't have it, then I would go XL 1, because there's no point of going XL 2 if I'm not guaranteed to get 2 markers in one ride. That's basically the thing. And the thing is, I'm not always going to be able to get all of the Hamsukes. So, you know, not all the Hamsukes in the soul in the right particular time. So it definitely makes sense. Although there is like a couple of cards now that I can be like, yo, I can definitely put, you know, the grade 2 in there, because getting the grade 1 in there is like no problem. It's getting the grade 2 that's the issue. And because it's premium format, I can only do it once. You know, I don't have to be like, yo, let me ride, you know, Hamsuke, get my 2 markers, and then next turn ride into another one, get another 2 markers. I don't have to do that. I can just basically be like, yo, I just need it once because I got 2 markers already. Anything else is just extra circles that I can use. So honestly, it's like I can do a lot with it, which is what I like the most about it. And then what else they were talking about? Premium Collection 2020. I have an issue with this because we already know like how bad Premium Collection 2019 went. We already know how bad that went. I feel like Bushy Road is more in an experimental stage right now, as in, um, they're trying to figure out how far they can take it, how far they can break the game without people complaining about it. Like I feel like they're in an experimental stage right now. Like they're like, yo, let's see how busted we can make this card without people complaining about it, or let's see how busted this card can do, and try to like make this clan very good without it being completely dominant to the format. And that's what I feel like they did with Premium Collection 2019. Because like, let's be real, there's some of those cards in there that kind of feel like it should have been GB restricted. Like Katrina definitely should have been like a GB2. What's his face? Morfessa should have definitely been a GB2. Castile definitely should have been a GB2. Even like the other, what was it? Ikamishima. Even the Ikamishima that came in that set, that definitely should have been like GB3. Just like the other Ikamishima. So it's like some of those cards definitely should have been GB restricted, but I know the reason why is because a lot of the other cards that come in the set isn't GB restricted, and it would have been unfair to be like, yo, this clan could have their card not GB restricted, but your clan has to. And honestly, at an understandable rate, it shouldn't have been like that. But at the same time, then everybody would have been complaining that it would have been too slow, and that's where Bushy Road had to force their hand on this, because it's like, yo, if Katrina came out as like a GB, if Katrina came out as a GB2, everybody would have been complaining that Katrina was too slow for the deck, thus being like, oh yeah, there's no point of playing Neo Neckers because like their shit is too slow anyway. Or even the same thing with Morfessa, everybody would be like, yo, Shadow Powders needs like a first stride and whatnot, it's something that they can definitely go into without having the use of trying to use like a G guard and stuff like that, which is understandable. I completely understand. So on one hand, they should have been GB restricted because it will make it a lot more balanced, and you won't have these things where everybody's killing everybody on stride turn 1, and everybody would at least have a chance. But on the other hand, you will have it to where everybody will be complaining and bitching that, oh yeah, these cards are too slow. So again, Bushy Road probably was forced. They probably had to force their hand in order to make them like less, more balanced, or however you want to put it. So 2020, everybody's hoping that the cards are good enough, but they don't break the game. And I think at the same time, there are certain clans like Narukami that definitely needs a major boost when it comes to when it comes to new support in premium format, because they don't have a decent first ride. Nubatama doesn't have a decent first ride. There's like a few other clans here and there that doesn't really have a good, first ride to go into. So with that being said, hopefully Premium 2020 will bring people into premium format, and we actually have some decent cards with it at the same time. And then what else is there? I still don't know who's asking for Majesty Lord Blaster. Like, I really don't. Because even in the older series, I hardly ever seen anybody even play Majesty Lord Blaster. So I'm still trying to figure out who in their right mind is asking Bushy Road to make Majesty Blaster support. In the Bane Dream collab, oh my god. I want to know this too. Who is really asking for Bane Dream shit too? Because first, Darren Weiss which is understandable. And if I remember correctly, they're also in Buddy Fight. Don't at me on that though, but I think they're also in Buddy Fight. And now we're gonna get them in. We're gonna get them in Vanguard now. That's ridiculous. That's retarded. Like, what the hell? But oh, that's funny. Like, my friend said, sorry, Token Rambo players. Oh, that's kind of sad. Like, I wish we would have at least got more stuff for Token Rambo. I highly doubt we ever will. But honestly, if Bane Dream becomes the replacement for Token Rambo, like, it will be funny if they count it as the same clan. So you can use like Token Rambo stuff and use Bane Dream stuff in the exact same deck. Oh god. What would that be like? Samurai Idols? Samurai Femboy Autos. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. Samurai Femboy Idols. That's what we calling it. That's what we calling it, ladies and gentlemen. We calling it that. And then as far as this whole rebooting G era, let's be real, everybody saw this coming. We had last year both Messiah and Dragonic Blade Master come back. We're about to get Clarence Sword, and we're about to get Vanquisher Dragon. We're gonna what is his name? Dragonic Vanquisher. I don't know why I said Vanquisher Dragon. Dragonic Vanquisher. We're getting him back. So again, I do not understand why people are so surprised we're getting Chronojet, we're getting Alt Model, we're getting, Asha back. We got those cards particularly back. Why are people surprised about this? But man, so that was like that whole thing with the live stream. So now to talk about Worlds, which was a little bit disappointing. It was funny because I remember I predicted that Gold was going to win, and they did, which is funny. And then I said with Pale Moon that they were going to be more the wild card, like they weren't really guaranteed to win, but they will be up there high enough to possibly win, and they did. But I feel like the biggest L came from Murakumo. Like, I'm sorry. I love Murakumo. That's one of my favorite clans. But man, they took a major L. How do you have like 1/4 of like everybody participating in standard format and then only make runner up? Like, first and foremost, before I even continue, I'd like to congratulate all the players who participated in the tournament. I'd like to also congratulate all the players who won first, second, and third place in the tournament. But damn, I just gotta say, wow. Oh man. And again, this is not really to diss anybody or nothing like that. Like, honestly, this is no diss to the players or something like that. But man, Murakumo just making a huge appearance. And not only that, like top 8 was like 5 Murakumo decks, only to fall under the Pale Moon Circus. Like, Jesus. Oh man, I think Murakumo fans, like, and Patriot fans have something obviously in common right now. I think they obviously have something in common. But man, what caught me by surprise was the runner-up was a Grand Blue player. And I was like, yo, I would have rather the Grand Blue player won first place. Like, no offense to the Golds player. Like, you did great too. But man, I think low-key everybody was rooting for the Grand Blue player. I ain't gonna lie. Like, for one, to get that, to be a deck, to be a clan that nobody's really paying attention to, and not only paying attention to, was one of the ones that wasn't even expected to make top 8, says something. That's one of the major things that I like about this game. Like, something that everybody wasn't expecting to really make it, made it. And I like that. I mean, I think last year was kind of a good prime example too. Nobody, if anybody would have told me Megacolony would have won last year, like I would have slapped you. I'm a Megacolony player too. I'm all like, I would have still slapped you. Like, stop giving, don't give me hope. Do not give me hope. And man, that player came in, and it is funny because like everybody's so salty over it too. Everybody's so salty over it too because like, oh yeah, no, he didn't win. He just luck sacked and everything like that. I was like, okay. So if it was any other deck, then that would have been a legit win though. But because it's Megacolony, oh yeah, he luck sacked. Shut up. But what baffles me about the premium thing was it wasn't the fact that the guy won using GB8. I feel like that was more surprising than anything was the fact that the Gold Paladin player won with GB8. What pisses me off was how everybody was claiming that the GB8 was like the best thing. Like, okay, hear me out on this. When the GB8 first came out, everybody was complaining of how trash it was. Like, let's be real. When GB8 came out, if you're to give me like the top 5 GB8s that came out within that set, that everybody, regardless if it did good or not, was using, I want to say Megacolony was 1, Spike Brothers was 2. I would say that Hellheart is definitely number 1 because that's still the GB8 that everybody wants to use. Then you have the Dimension Police one. Then you have the Narukami one, if I remember correctly. I think everybody was talking about that the Narukami one was the best one out of that set. And then I remember everybody was using the Gear Chronicle one for a while. Like, I remember before Heritage came out, everybody was using the Gear Chronicle one. Because, you know, it was like the next best thing, I guess. But, I mean, the Gold Paladin one was one of the ones that everybody said was the worst. And now, because Gold Paladins has like a kind of sort of infinite loop with it, now all of a sudden everybody's all like, yo, the GB8 is great, the GB8's amazing and stuff like that. And I'm all like, no, that same energy when you said that the GB8 really wasn't worth it, keep that same energy now. I mean, let's be real on that. Tired of everybody be all like, oh yeah, you know, this like particular card sucks, and then like all of a sudden like everybody wants to start using it now. Like, nah, man, that same hatred that you have for that particular card, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy, bro. Let's just be real on that. Just keep that same energy. But I don't know. Worlds was weird. I feel like that Bushiroad screwed up on their part. Like, I can't necessarily talk about how unorganized the event was because I wasn't there. The only thing I can say was everybody else who was there, who was reporting on how like unorganized it was, they're the only ones who can actually like back it up. Like, I'm just a messenger at this particular point. So I can't necessarily say, you know, anything bad about it. But I could say that whoever was doing the live stream needs to get fired. I'm sorry, whoever's doing the live stream needs to get fired. Like, there was so many delays, it was ridiculous. I was like, yo, is this a live stream or this is an airport? Like, what is this? Like whose man is this? Doing like the whole live streaming and everything like that, because man, one delay, okay, I can understand. Like, if there was like one particular delay, I can understand that because, you know, people make mistakes. It's understandable that there will be one particular delay. But after seeing that, I don't know, man. I think whoever was doing, y'all need to get somebody better for like this upcoming Worlds, man, because y'all fucked up. I'm sorry. Y'all messed up. But now that everybody got their speculation of how Worlds went, of how all the things went, now guess what there is now? Predictions of what's going to get hit on the ban list. And because I'd rather not make a whole nother video for it, I'm just going to do my 2 cents right now. Because the next day, like their other live stream, like not the one they had yesterday, but the one they had the day before, where they were like releasing all those angel feather cards, they said that they were going to announce the list on February the 25th, which is a month from now, literally a month from now. So with that being said, we already know like everything that's going to get hit and not going to get hit. So let's see, standard format, nothing ain't gonna get hit. I'm sorry, I don't think there's nothing that's gonna get hit. Like Bermuda Triangle is gonna be too powerful, even with this new order crap. They're gonna be too powerful, and even if you try to hit something that will become problematic when they finally decide to hit Bermuda Triangle, it's not gonna work. And then second, you also gotta remember that Bermuda just came out not too long ago. So if they hit something in Riviere, that means that they hurt their sales, and then at the same time the vendors could possibly sue, especially over here, because the set doesn't come out over here until like next week. So it's like if they hit something over there, it's more likely going to get hit over here. And by the time it comes over here, everybody's going to already want to be like, hey, we're not going to buy any Bermuda stuff no more, because like, what's the point? Like, unless you're like a huge Bermuda Triangle fan, there's legitimately no point. Oh, damn, I just thought about something. If we get Bane, Dream, and Vanguard, then that means we're going to have like 2 different clans with idols in it. That's weird. But anyway, I don't think nothing would really get hit, in my honest opinion. I feel like that there should be some type of choice restriction, but that's just me. I don't know. There honestly won't be like enough threats in the format to actually consider something to get hit. Like, just like that. Like, if anything, at most, I can see Bushiroad being a dick and putting Jisuku Girl at 1. At most. Even though Murakumo doesn't really need to get the hit, I can still see them putting Jisuku Girl at 1. But that's just me. Like, if let's say that Riviere wasn't as strong as she is right now, and everything would have been normal, I definitely still would have said that Bushiroad would hit Jisuku Girl to 1. Or at least choice restrict Hyuga and Shirayuki to be in the same deck. Because if that wasn't the case, then yeah, Murakumo would still probably be like a tier 1 deck. And yeah, at that particular point, I think Bushiroad would have done the choice restriction. But I do feel like a lot of stuff will get hit in premium format. Now, I do have something that they definitely should do, but I highly doubt it. Like, I can see them doing like, oh yeah, let's choice restrict Spear Dragon X and Ezel from being in the same deck. Or something like Wonder Ezel is going to be put to 1, both Wonder Ezels. You know, they're definitely going to hit Gold Paladins hella hard for this. And then of course, like, everybody probably wants Katrina at 1, or probably choice restrict Katrina from being in the deck with something else. I don't know. Honestly, they can either do that or they'll probably even ban her. Like, if they ban Katrina, you already know, like, Neoneckers ain't doing shit no more. Like, once Katrina isn't the problem anymore, like, honestly, like, you just kill Neoneckers, like, as a whole. I don't think they can ever come up with it. They got Plant Rush, yes, but it won't be as good. So, yeah, you take rid of Katrina, you get rid of, like, the whole deck. Then, like, with Gastille, I can see them doing a choice restriction with that. But honestly, even if they do like a choice restriction, like maybe they'll do it with Burmis or whatever. I don't know. They can do like maybe who would be a good choice restriction? You know what? I don't even think they can really do a choice restriction. I think they can just straight up ban them. Cause it's like you choice restrict one thing, they're just gonna come up with another one. Because it's not still the card itself that's the issue. It's the cards that can go with it is the issue. And if you get rid of you have that means you have to get rid of all the cards that are causing the issue and choice restrict them all. But I feel like that there's so many choices that there wouldn't even be a point of doing that. Like real shit, there probably wouldn't even be a point of doing that. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Castile needs I don't know. Personally, I think with Castile and Katrina, they definitely need to get errata to where they're GB restricted. Because that way, they're not doing this on turn one. Oh, Morfessa as well. Like, if they choice restrict, not choice restrict, but if they GB restrict all of these cards to be GB2 or GB3, it would definitely fix the matter. Because that means the players won't be able to use it on start turn one. And using on start turn one is one of the major reasons why they're busted in the first place. It's not the card that's busted, it's the speed and the quality of the combos that are making it busted. So, in a way, you could just say that they'll just get rid of, they can just errata those and everybody will be on their way. We still won't have, premium format as like the most, as like a very balanced format, but it will be balanced enough, I should say. And then as far as like Spirit Dragon X and Ezo can't be in the same deck, that'll definitely help it because the speed of Spirit Dragon X coming out and everything else, it's just one of the major reasons why a lot of people don't like, this particular format, or nobody really likes, playing against goals at all, because it's just too damn good. So, honestly, I could definitely see that happening as well. Or they can just put both Wonder Ezras in one, and they can pretty much only make like a minimum of 2 markers, or probably 3, because they'll be forced to run both the original Wonder Ezra and the actual one. But then they'll make it 2 RNG, because once they go to the damage zone before then they won't actually be able to do nothing. And then at the same time, you also got to remember that they have to get them in hand, which there's no consistent way of getting them in the hand without having to depend on drawing into them. So yeah, and even after all of that, nobody's really going to go through all of that just to get to like multiple Ezels. So honestly, I could see them doing either or. So honestly, I don't know. I can see them doing either or, and I can see everything going down like that. I don't think after that, I don't think they really need to change anything else for premium. Although personally, if I had to do my own choice restriction, it'll definitely be Gize and Ghidorah. Like, they can't be in the same deck. Because it makes no sense that, you know what, I'm not gonna lie. I just hate that deck in general. Like, I love Megacolony, I just don't like the fact that the quote-unquote best version has to have Gize in it. Because I despise Gize. But anyway, with that being said, that's all I got for you right now. For now, this is Mrs. Z Nation, aka Savage. I'm the General Giraffe. This has been the Megacolony Trap House Podcast.